Hello friends, we are coming out with a video about the Zerodha review. Now we are going to speak about both the negatives as well as the positives about Zerodha. Here we are not going to speak about any other brokerage firm other than Zerodha. So please do not think that we are trying to market or promote some other brokerage firm. We are just going to speak about the negatives. We are going to speak about the positive about Zerodha, and then it is up to you to decide where you have to open an account. See, in the market there are various types of traders. The most basic traders are the cash market traders or investors who buy stocks and keep it for a long period of duration and then they sell it off. There are swing traders who buy stocks and keep it for a duration between a week's time to a month's time and again sell. Then there are future traders who trade in the future market. Then there are option traders who basically trade in options, and in options also you will find varieties of traders. I can't distinguish each type of traders. And then there are combination of traders, like in options you have option sellers, you have got option buyers, you have people who will write different kinds of option strategies. So there are various kinds of traders in the market. You can't classify a trader of being a particular category, because they will be also trading in the cash market, they will be also doing option selling. So there are different kinds of traders, so let us not go into that. What the idea of telling you there are varieties of traders is that every brokerage is suitable for one particular type of a trader. So you have to figure out what kind of trader you are and whether this particular broker or any particular broker suits your particular style of trading. Now let us come to the negatives about Zerodha. I am taking the negatives initially because the positives are very popular. Everyone knows about Zerodha. Zerodha has got the highest market share in India. So everyone talks very positively about Zerodha. So let us talk about the positives later on once we cover the negatives. Now the major negative point about Zerodha is that Zerodha has got 18% market share of the Indian broking industry. Since it has got 18% market share, there are range limits. Like NSE has certain limits that one particular broker cannot trade beyond a certain limit with it. So that is the reason Zerodha generally crosses those limits, and that is the reason what happens is for option traders there is always a range limit for buying options. Zerodha does not allow to buy all options. This is due to NSE limits. So basically you cannot trade in out of the money options. You cannot buy or sell out of the money options. Generally with Zerodha is that you cannot, as far as Nifty is concerned, maybe 300-400 points out of the money, you will not be in a position to trade because your order will be rejected. The system will say the strike price is outside the allowed range. And generally, as and when the Nifty and Bank Nifty moves 300 or 500 points, Zerodha suspends the trading in options which are plus minus 500 points. That is out of the money 500 points. Trading, you cannot trade those options. If you have a position, you can exit those options, but you cannot add positions. Now, what happens here is that traders who are basically into option strategies, who write complex strategies, will find this very difficult because you cannot hedge your positions by buying out of the money options or by selling out of the money options. So this becomes a big drawback for people who are into hedging strategies or who write different kinds of option strategies. Then there is another group of traders. What they do is at the starting of the month, what they do is they buy monthly options or they sell monthly options totally out of the money, maybe 1000 points in the Nifty down and 1000 points Nifty up. They buy or sell this, and so that acts as a hedge when they do their regular trading in the weekly options. Now they do it in the monthly options and hold it for a long period of time. Now this again will not be possible in Zerodha because most of the out of the money options are blocked. You are not allowed to trade in because you're not allowed because it crosses the limit, so they block it. So what is allowed in Zerodha is only the at the money option. Deep in the money and out of the money options are not allowed. So this is a major drawback. one cannot use, so now because of this one cannot use any viable option strategy, as you can trade only in one leg of a strategy. For the other leg, Zerodha will say the strike price is above the allowed range. Only you can do short strategies and options at the money options near the strike price. So this does not this does not suit risk averse option writers. So what it means is nothing but you can trade in strategies and options at the money, but out of the money, as I said to you earlier, will not be, you cannot trade in those. So that becomes a major drawback. All the times the strikes are blocked and workaround needs a lot of margins. It's the same thing which I said. Now the second drawback about Zerodha is that Zerodha faces technical glitches sometimes. There used to be plenty of glitches earlier, like last year, once in 3 months or 2 months it used to crash. The system used to crash and you will not be in a position to either exit your position, loss making position, or book profits in your profit making positions. But nowadays the glitches has become less frequent, but earlier times there are a lot of plenty of traders, especially option traders and future traders, who lost a lot of money because of the glitches in the system and the Zerodha system getting freezed for more than 2-3 hours. But now these days the technical glitches are quite rare. Next is the charting system. Now the charts are, sometimes the charts in Zerodha chart IQ is lagging behind the actual price, hence you will be taking a wrong trade if you are not reconfirming the chart with some other charting tools like TradingView or investing.com. So sometimes the charts are lagging, sometimes even the prices are lagging. This is what we have noticed. Now, the second thing which many people have not understood is that the 1 hour chart in Zerodha is different from a 1 hour chart which is generally seen in TradingView and investing.com. 1 hour chart in TradingView and investing.com ends at every 1 hour ends at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3. And the next is a 3:30 hourly chart. But in the case of Zerodha, what happens is Zerodha takes the time frame as 9:15 to 10:15, 10:15 to 11:15. The next hourly closes at 12:15. Then it is 1:15, 2:15, 3:15, and the last is the 15-minute candle which makes the 1 hour chart. So if you're following the 1 hour chart in Zerodha charts, be very careful, because those charts do not conform with what is being shown on TradingView and investing. The 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart and the daily chart remains the same, but the traders who are trading in 1 hour chart, you be sure that what trades you're taking. The next thing is that Zerodha provides 2 charting systems. One is Chart IQ, which is of their own, in which this problem is there, and the second is the TradingView. But the TradingView option which is available through Zerodha is of no use, because most of the indicators are not available. You cannot access most of the publicly available indicators. So most of the people, instead of using TradingView through Zerodha, they prefer to go directly to the TradingView site and open a free account and access the same. So it would have been better if Zerodha, since they have a tie-up with TradingView, had provided with all the indicators which are available for public consumption. The next negative about Zerodha is the margin funding issue. Zerodha does not provide any kind of margin funding. Zerodha margin for intraday trading is up to 20% of the trade value, but it does not provide any kind of margin funding, which is provided by many of the other brokers. Many of the brokers in the industry provide a margin funding, so that the idea is that you can buy shares or you can buy futures and stock futures using margin funding. What you have to do is you have to have an collateral there, and say you want to buy shares, 100 shares of Reliance at 2,500, you can buy that, provided you have little collateral available with the broker, and the broker will charge you an interest which generally varies from 12 to 15%. So if you avail margin funding, you can have a leverage position, but that is not possible in Zerodha. Zerodha, you can only trade with whatever money you have in your account. No margin funding is available. They provide you collateral margin. You can have margin funding, but that is only for writing options, but not for buying stocks, or not for buying stocks and holding it for a longer duration like 2-3 months. There are certain brokers who let you buy stocks using margin funding, and they charge you the interest for holding those stocks for a longer period of duration. So if you're very sure a stock is going to move in the next 3 months and you want to have a higher exposure, that is possible in other brokers, but it is not possible in Zerodha. The next drawback let us talk about the hidden charges now which are available in Zerodha. Zerodha has got a call and trade feature. See, so in case sometimes for some reason you cannot exit your position through your PC for some reason, either the PC is shut down or you don't have internet access. If you call and trade, it is 50 rupees per call. I mean per trade, they charge you. So that is quite an expensive thing. The second thing is for in case many times you take an MIS position, that is a margin position, intraday position. Now this positions are squared off at 320 by Zerodha itself. Now in case you don't square off and Zerodha squares it off, they charge you another 50 rupees. Many times when you have multiple positions, some you have taken it in MIS, sometimes you forget it to close it. So at 320 all the positions are squared off. There is no intimation provided to you, and when they square off the positions, many times they charge, not many times, all the time they charge you 50 rupees, which becomes a considerable amount if you're an intraday trader. The other hidden charges are if you wanted a physical copy of a digital contract, you have to pay 20 rupees per contract. SMS alerts which you want on your mobile, they charge you 1 rupees for this. Instant payment transfer, if you want to transfer funds from your bank account to Zerodha or the other way, you have to pay 9 rupees for the fund transfer. The DP charges for delivery based selling is 13 rupees. That is what that means is every time you sell a share, the charges are there of 13 rupee 50 paisa, which is charged, so that there's a movement of your shares from the DP to the broker and from the broker to the buyer. There is no 3-in-1 trading account, so since Zerodha does not provide any trading banking services, there is no 3-in-1 trading account. There is a pledge charge of 30 rupees. Now many of the brokers in the industry do not charge pledging for pledging. The pledging is generally used so that you can get margin, and in Zerodha you can use your margin and you can maybe you can sell options of Nifty or whatever stock you could have, but you cannot use that margin for buying shares. So here, but in Zerodha what happens is they charge you 30 rupees. Say in case you have 100 shares of Reliance, and the price of Reliance is 2,500 rupees. So the value of your share is around 2.5 lakh rupees, and you can pledge these shares. Zerodha will charge you 30 rupees for pledging, and you get approximately 80% of the value. That is approximately 2 lakh rupees in your account. So by which you can say write options, Nifty options or stock options of a higher value. It does not mean higher value. You can write Nifty options or stock options using that as a margin money. So many of the traders like to pledge and unpledge depending upon the situation. Many times if the stock price of Reliance has moved up to say 2,800, he would like to sell the shares in the market and encash his profit or book his profit. At that point of time, again you have to unpledge it and then you have to sell it. So pledging, unpledging, there's a lot of cost involved. So that is the reason this 30 rupees becomes quite a big amount if you're a regular trader. If you pledge it once in a month, then 30 rupees does not make any difference. The other drawbacks of Zerodha is that it does not allow you to trade in monthly expiry stock options on the day of the expiry. The brokerage is quite high for intraday multiple option buying. So if you're a multiple option buyer at different points, then the brokerage becomes very, very high. So scalpers are the kind of people who trade in and out maybe in a small period of time. So if you're doing multiple trades, then the brokerage becomes very high. Many scripts are blocked for MIS intraday trading in Zerodha. Like many of the scripts, because of their own surveillance, they block it. You cannot trade in many of the scripts, especially BSE scripts, especially those penny scripts. I'm not talking about A group scripts or Nifty scripts. Many penny scripts, small time scripts, or scripts where there is no volume. Zerodha generally blocks such scripts for trading for MIS and intraday trading in Zerodha. The other disadvantages is it does not it does not allow you to trade in penny scripts, and many of the penny scripts you need TOTP authentication other than the normal authentication, which is very cumbersome. Many of the other brokers they allow you to trade in penny scripts. They allow you to buy and sell in penny scripts without a TOTP authentication. What you need is a normal authentication before you when you log in into the system. Next is you will be charged an amount of 300 rupees per year plus GST, 300 rupees per year for the account maintenance. The account opening is a little slow as compared to other brokers. It is not as fast. It is a little time consuming process, and the support which we have seen with other brokers is much better than Zerodha as far as account opening is concerned. There is no monthly unlimited trading plans, and these days there are a lot of brokers who have come out with unlimited trading plans, wherein you pay X amount of money and you can do unlimited trading. So there is no kind of this kind of a plan. So this is one of the major disadvantages for frequent traders or people who are totally focused on trading, who trade in and day out, because the monthly trading plans works out much cheaper than Zerodha, because many a times you pay a huge amount as a brokerage. This is especially a point only for basically day traders and frequent traders. Now the positives about Zerodha. Zerodha has got the biggest discount broker. They were one of the pioneers in this industry as far as the discount broking industry is concerned. I mean, you can say they were the David in the industry. They brought down many Goliaths from many of the share broking firms shut down once Zerodha came into the picture, and Zerodha provided the most excellent service. They brought down the rates of broking all over the industry. Now Zerodha has got 18% market share. It is the largest stockbroker by active clients, market volume, and new customer acquisition. Now the market volume, it has got the largest market volume. This is also one of the drawbacks, because it has got a lot of market volumes. NSE has set limits in the options market for Zerodha. Zerodha has low fees. It offers free equity delivery trading at 20 rupees for options and intraday trading. So the brokerage fees is quite low. If you want to do intraday trading, it is only 20 rupees. As far as options, it is again 20 rupees. Okay, it is only it becomes a big problem for people who are trading frequent traders or scalpers or day traders. The web and mobile trading platforms are very easy to use and well designed. Zerodha's platforms are very user friendly. I mean, any layman, any person with even the basic knowledge of computers or mobile phone can operate the Zerodha mobile trading app as well as the web application. Zerodha has got a very beautiful feature called GTT orders, wherein you can put long-standing stop loss as well as target orders for your stock investment, which means nothing but, say you have Reliance at 2,500 and you want to book profit at 2,800. You can put an order to book profit at 2,800, and in case every day you do not have to update the order. Maybe in the next month or so, if at all Reliance touches 2,800, your stock will get automatically booked profit. So this is very good for especially investors and swing traders, where they can put the trades and they can just relax. They don't have to log in every day morning 9:15 and punch in the orders, and their sell orders, book profit orders, or stop loss orders. You just put it once and it takes care of it. That's a very good positive about Zerodha GTT order. There are a lot of research tools available with Zerodha, like small case, sensible, and a number of them, which can be used for your research work. But Zerodha does not provide you any kind of research tips or research calls or whatever research. There are a lot of they have associated with a lot of firms wherein you can use data from them, and some at a cost, and then you can use those research tools. Zerodha's deposit and withdrawal processes are user friendly, as well as the transfer of money to Zerodha, as well as transfer from the money back from Zerodha is very user friendly. So that's not cumbersome or difficult. I mean, it happens instantly. The moment you put in the transfer, the next day your money is either in your account. Zerodha is regulated by the Security Exchange Board of India. It is totally regulated, so you need not be worried about any investment which you do or any fund transfer which you do into Zerodha. The ratio of complaint to active clients is having the least in the exchange. It's a zero debt company. Now Zerodha was started by the Kamath brothers, and they did a very excellent job of bringing down the entire broking structure. But again, mind you, this company is a zero debt company, so it's a very strong company financially. So you need not be worried about whatever money you transfer into Zerodha and buy shares. So they are not under any pressure of debt. So, and whenever I hear the Kamath brothers speaking. They are very positive, and they seem to be very honest, and they seem to be, you can basically trust those guys with your money, so you need not be worried about your money. Second, you have a zero referral program. I'm not zero, it's a Zerodha referral program. In case you make your friends join Zerodha, you can ask them to join under your tag, by which you get 10% brokerage as brokerage share. That's quite a good thing, because if you ask 30-40 people to open an account through Zerodha through you will keep getting money in spite of the fact that some days or some weeks you're not trading on your own, but since your friends are trading and they have opened an account through you get 10% of the brokerage, and you need not be an authorized person or an authorized broker, sub-broker for this. You just the day you open an account, they will give you a tag. You can flash the tag everywhere, and anyone who opens an account, you get 10% of the brokerage share. Online IPO application is possible. You can apply to all the IPOs, all the BSE, NSE IPOs can be applied through the Zerodha platform, and transferring money, everything is quite easy. Anyone can do it, It doesn't keep the client securities in the pooled account, which is very safe for your security. So it does not go into a pool account of the broking. It comes into your demat account only. Zerodha does not do proprietary trading with client funds. So now this is not possible, since now it is not possible anywhere with other brokers too, because of SEBI regulations. Otherwise, there was a time till maybe a few months back where all the client funds, unused client funds, was used by the broking firm for proprietary trading, and many a times things used to if it goes into a mess, even the client. So they don't do this. So that's very positive. Mutual funds are integrated in your holdings. So the mutual, if you are holding any mutual funds, those are integrated in your holdings, so you can use that as an to pledge those mutual fund units, and you can use that as a margin money, and with that margin money can be used for your for the exposure in writing calls, supports, or Nifty options in the FNO market. So your mutual fund money, whatever you have invested, can be used as a margin money. You need not have margin money, extra margin money. Say if you want to write in Nifty's trading at 18,000 and you want to write an option of 18,500 and pocket that money. The other way out is that you need around 1.5 lakh rupees margin money in your account. Now if you have got mutual funds, you can get a margin money from that, and you can write it, and you can keep pocketing small amounts, depending upon what kind of strategy you use. Now the final outcome of this entire thing is that first thing is you have to decide what kind of a trader you are, and then decide whether Zerodha works for you or not. As far as my opinion concerned, Zerodha is a very good, strong broking firm. You need not be worried about your whatever investment, whatever money you transfer into Zerodha. It's a zero debt company. It's a very honest and it's a company which meets all kinds of compliances. So you need not be worried about your money, and especially it's good for people who are into cash delivery based trading, swing trading, investment. Since you are the equity, they charge almost zero brokerage for delivery based trading. So that's the best choice, I think, in the industry. But in case you are into option trading, then I don't think Zerodha is the right place to be. There are better places which are available for option traders. One of the major drawbacks, as I always said to you, is that you cannot trade in out of the money options. So that makes it very difficult for utilizing different hedging or different strategies in options. So that is one of the only drawbacks primarily with Zerodha. Otherwise, these are the positives and negatives. You think what kind of trader you are, and then you can decide whether to join Zerodha or any other broker. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. If you like this video, you can share this video on whatever social platforms you are there. You can write to us in the comment section about any other problems which you faced with Zerodha, or any other kind of or any other broker. We will try to make videos further, and I will love if you like to you subscribe to our channel, you like and share this video at the maximum. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time once again.